Real estate agents, I have an absolutely amazing AI tool to show you today. I honestly feel like this AI tool is going to be an absolute game changer for real estate agents. This tool is essentially an AI that manages your transactions for you. So it analyzes your contracts, it creates checklists for you and tasks for you to accomplish every day. It connects to your calendar so you can automatically update your calendar with all of your contract dates. And it will even connect to your email so you can have the AI send emails on your behalf. It is a revolutionary product and a huge advancement when it comes to AI in the real estate industry. This is the AI assistant that every real estate agent needs in their business. Not only does it help keep you organized and keep you on the ball at all times, but it also gives you a very easy way to find out information about your contracts, your clients, and your calendars. But before I get into what that actual tool is, I want to let you know about the AI for real estate agents community that we just launched. It's called the Autopilot Agent Academy, and it is an online community and education portal where you can learn exactly how to be using AI in your real estate business. So in the community, I have tons of educational content walking you through step by step how to set up different AI agents and different automations in your business, how to use all these new AI tools that are coming out, which ones you should be using, which ones you shouldn't be using, how to prompt the AI, basically everything you need to know to be using AI in your real estate business. So if that's something that interests you, which I assume it is because you're on this channel and you're watching this video, the link to the school community is in the description below as well as in the pinned comment below. Okay, now let's get back to this revolutionary AI tool that I've been talking about. Now, first off, who am I? Why should you even trust my recommendation when I have this cool AI tool? Well, if you haven't seen my videos before, my name is Brandon Upright. I've been a real estate agent for about 7 years now, and I've been using AI in my real estate business for coming up on about 3 years now. Basically, when ChatGPT first came out and first started being a thing, I started using AI in my business, and since then I've been learning every new AI tool that is coming out, building automations in my business, AI agents, and bringing all of that knowledge and experience to other real estate agents like you, whether it's through my YouTube or my school community or my AI consulting, which is my main business now. So needless to say, I always have my finger on the AI pulse of what's new and what's working, what's not working, and I'm a real estate agent myself, so I'm able to connect the dots essentially and figure out, what are the best ways to use AI in your real estate business. And along my journey, a company named ListedKit AI reached out to me and let me know about this new AI tool that they have built. Now, what this tool does essentially will analyze any contracts that you upload to it, and it will keep track of your transactions, create you checklist items, create to-do lists for you, and basically just manage your transactions for you while giving you your own personal AI assistant that you can talk back and forth with and can actually go and take actions for you, like create events on your calendar, send emails for you, and more. Now, why is this handy? Well, plain and simple, because literally all you have to do once you sign up is you just upload your transaction documents, whether it's your listing agreement or your purchase contract or amendments or inspections, whatever it might be, you just upload it. The AI analyzes everything for you and it knows what type of information it needs to extract, whether it's condition dates, move-in dates, purchase prices, deposits, names, emails, everything that's important. It will extract all that information and organize it into very easy to follow tasks and systems so that you can constantly stay organized and on the ball. So you can literally just look at your dashboard and you know exactly what to-do items you need to do for which transactions, and you can talk to the AI and say, can you send an email to the lawyer for 1234 Main Street and just get an update? Or can you add an event to my calendar tomorrow for 10 a.m.? I have an inspection at 234 Smith Street. Now, things like this might not be new to you because maybe your brokerage has a transaction coordinator or an admin assistant, or maybe you have your own personal assistant that does this stuff for you. But what is new is now AI is doing all of it at an insanely cheap price. ListedKit works off of credits, and one credit is one transaction. So it's super simple. If you tend to do like 2 transactions a month, then you only need to buy 2 credits. But obviously, just like other apps, the more credits that you purchase, the cheaper it becomes, the bigger discount that you get. Now we're going to dive into the app and I'm going to show you all around, but I just want to let you know first, I have a link for you to sign up for ListedKit AI. It's in the description and the pinned comment below. I highly recommend trying it out because I really do think that this is a game changer tool for real estate agents. When I first got into AI like 3 years ago, I actually started contracting a developer to build me a tool like this for my business. Literally this tool. Like, I wanted to be able to upload my documents and then talk to an AI and have it perform tasks for me like emailing and adding to my calendar, just to keep me organized. And back then I was quoted, I think it was like $35,000 to build out this software tool. Now I never ended up doing it because it was just a personal app for my own business, but thankfully ListedKit AI has created exactly what I was trying to do back then. And now you can use it for like a few dollars a month. So anyways, without further ado, let's hop into my computer and I'm gonna give you a complete rundown of how the app works, all the different features, and we're actually gonna upload some contracts so I can show you the whole value in it. Okay, so we hopped into my computer, and real quick before we actually dive into ListedKit, I wanna just do a quick overview of how it works. So essentially, ListedKit AI is a tool that you can use to upload your contracts to that will help you stay organized and kind of stay on top of what the next step is with that transaction. So basically, the first step is you're going to upload your contracts. Now these can be like actual offers, but they can also be like addendums and inspections and like any documents to do with that transaction. So you upload those documents. Ava, which is their AI, is going to analyze the entire document and extract any important information. And then basically it's going to turn that into a task list or like a priority list for you and essentially give you the tasks that you need to complete, whether it's reaching out to the lawyer or to the mortgage rep, getting extra signatures, whatever it might be. It's going to give you the actual checklist, which you can customize, by the way. So if you have a certain way that you like to do things in your business, you can basically work with the AI so that every time that you upload documents, it's going to create your checklist in your type of way. But then what's also really cool about ListedKit AI, which I really like, is that it hooks up to your Gmail and to your Google Calendar. So you can actually say to the Ava AI, send an email to the lawyer asking for an update, or add the closing date to my calendar, and it will just automatically do it for you. So it basically acts as like a transaction assistant for all the different transactions that you upload. And they have a lot of features coming. So I've been in communication with their team, trying to learn, where they're going with this, how far they're going to take it, features that are coming up, to really learn, how much of a game changer is this tool going to be in the real estate industry. And so far, I've got to say, I am super, super impressed and super, super optimistic about this tool. I really think that this tool is going to grow and grow and become a necessity for every real estate agent, because what this is turning into is basically the ideal version of AI for real estate, which is an AI assistant that helps you do your job and understands your job. It understands how to analyze contracts, what each date and what each section of the contract means, how to prioritize those things and put it into your calendar, how to talk to you about them. It's everything that a real estate agent would want in an AI assistant. And they're only adding more and more and getting better from here. The number one thing that I've suggested to them is just getting this onto mobile as quick as possible, because obviously as real estate agents, we're always on the go, we're always driving to a showing or meeting a client or whatever. So having this as an app, or at least, a mobile friendly version of this web app, would go a really long ways and allow the real estate agent to be able to constantly use it rather than only when they're at their desk or at their computer. And they have confirmed to me that they are working on that. That is a big priority for them as well. But even as it stands as just a tool that you can use on your computer, it is so, so powerful. So let's jump into it right now, and I'm going to show you how everything works. So I obviously have an account already, but all you have to do is just sign up for it. I did put my link below underneath this video, so you can click that and you can sign up for your own ListedKit account. The pricing is actually quite fair. So basically it runs off credits. One credit is one transaction. So let's just say, the average agent does like 2-ish transactions a month. So in a year, we'll call it 25 transactions. It's $180 for the entire year. So to have this AI assistant sort of keeping you organized, keeping you on track, managing your transactions for you for $180 for the entire year is pretty insane when you think about even the price you would pay for a VA to do this stuff. So let's actually dive in and talk about what it is that it does. So this is my sort of dashboard here when I first log in. You can see you got tasks and you got deadlines. So this tells you right off the bat, what it is that you're looking at for your transactions. This is like your checklist of things that you need to do. You can also look at anything that is overdue, and you have your deadlines there. And if you scroll down, then you have your upcoming closings here. Now this is all just sort of fake transactions that I put in. So I'm going to delete everything, and then we're going to re-upload a new one, and I'm going to show you what is happening when we upload a contract and everything involved. Okay, so I got everything cleared off here. Now basically for this video, we're gonna do two different things. One is we're gonna upload contract, so like an offer that was signed. And then the second is we're going to create a transaction and upload the actual listing agreement. Obviously, my documents are going to look different than your documents because we're probably in different markets, but you'll get the same point, as generally speaking, the documents have the same contents in them. So first thing I'm going to do is we're going to start a new transaction. And then all I'm going to do is upload the listing transaction first. We'll upload the actual purchase contract, like the offer, afterwards. So I uploaded that. I'm going to click Start Intake. Then you're going to see a few things. So you're going to see the AI kind of working on the left-hand side here. It's going to say that it's reviewing the documents, and then it's going to start to ask you to confirm some different dates. So with the listing agreement, there's really one important date, which is the start date of the listing. And it identified this as January 10th, 2023. Now this is just an old listing contract that I took and kind of modified a bit, so that's why it's 2023, but you'll get the point here. So it asks if that's the correct date. And then if we're good to go, we're just going to click extract remaining details. So like you've seen probably in ChatGPT or in Claude, where it gives you its breakdown of its thought process and everything that it's working on, it's going to do the same thing here. So it says analyzing the contract header, identifying property details, confirming legal property description, all these different steps that are involved. So you can see that it's really, really working in the background. It's not just like a simple upload to ChatGPT and then, collecting some data from it. It's super hyper trained on what is important in a real estate contract. And like I said, I've been in communication with their team, learning about this tool and, learning what features and stuff are coming. And I asked them what type of real estate agents are able to use this. I mean, can real estate agents from all around the world use it? Is it only the USA? And basically they've said that as far as they know, anybody in any region it should work with, because the AI is basically trained on understanding real estate data. So it's not necessarily trained on specific contracts, because I'm using Alberta specific contracts, but you might be using Texas contracts or Wyoming contracts or whatever it might be. The AI will still be able to understand it, translate it, extract the right information. So it finished its thought process, and now it breaks down all the important info here for you. So street address, city, province, postal code, everything you can think of. And if you need to, maybe it made a mistake. I honestly have not seen it make a mistake yet, but just in case it did, it also allows you to edit that thing so that you can change it there. It also breaks down the parties. So the seller, Bonnie James, the seller agent, which is me, and my brokerage, Real Broker. So that's all correct. That's perfect. The financing summary, it gives a breakdown of the commission, the terms, it even shows the different terms of the contract, like the most important terms here. It did some property research, so it found that the home was built in 2007, the property assessment, the neighborhood, the ward, the zoning, this is all correct. So that is amazing that the AI was able to do that. So it's all ready to go. I don't need to edit anything, so I'm just gonna click Let's Review. Now it's going to break down the different dates in the contract. So you have the listing start date, the marketing start date, the expiry date, the property access dates, all these different dates here. You can delete some if you don't need those dates involved, if they're actually not important to you or relevant to your market or whatever it might be. You can delete them or edit them if you need to. Those all look good to me, so I'm going to click View Transaction Summary. And this is all completely the default stuff of this app. I have not programmed anything. I have not set anything up or trained any AI or anything whatsoever. I literally made my account and uploaded a document, and that's it. And it's already working so well, pretty much exactly how I would want my real estate assistant or my transaction coordinator to act. So it's just going to give you basically a summary of the entire transaction. And if you're good with everything, then the bottom right here, you just click Plan Your Workflow. I apologize if my camera is covering it. And then it's just going to start planning your document checklist. So it's basically just going to break down everything that you need, all the different documents. And this will allow you to kind of make sure you're staying on track. And it also feeds into the checklist that it's going to build you of tasks that you need to accomplish. So it broke it down for me here, right? We need to upload the land title, property tax assessment, the real property report, condo documents, dower consent, marketing plans or advertising, listing agreement form, all these different things. Once again, you can remove or edit anything if it doesn't apply to your situation. Those all look good to me, so I'm going to click Let's Create Your Tasks. And this is where it's going to create the actual checklist for you to keep you on track. And I'm skipping ahead a bit while it's loading just for the sake of this video, but the act of it building the tasks for you and doing all these different things is literally about 20 seconds each. So from start to finish, from when you upload the document to when it's fully set up for you, is probably like 3 minutes. I mean, it's super, super fast and super accurate. It's honestly quite impressive because I myself have built these document analyzer AIs before, just with using, different ChatGPT APIs and Claude APIs and Google Vision and all these different things, kind of put it all together to, make it work. And that works really well if you want to just do something basic like keeping your documents organized in certain folders of your Google Drive, or, just extracting simple dates and stuff like that. But to really turn it into this productivity tool where it creates you a checklist, adds it to your calendar, hooks up to your email, all these things, ListedKit has done an amazing job of creating this super productive AI transaction management assistant to keep you organized, keep you on the ball. So honestly, guys, I'm telling you, because I've tried to build these things myself, they have done an excellent job, and it will save you hours and hours of trying to build it yourself if you just use their tool. And that's the main thing that I'm trying to show you in my YouTube channel and in my school community, is the different ways that you can use AI in your business. But I get really excited when there's just a simple plug and play tool that you can start using today. You just sign up and it's set up and ready to go, and it will change your business. It's really great to build a completely custom system like in Make.com and automate a process and, maybe even create an AI agent for you. That is really, really awesome, really, really powerful, but it obviously takes time, and there's a bit of a learning curve to learn certain tools and building processes. So when I come across a tool like this that does exactly the custom stuff that I've built before, but it does it all in one package, and you can literally sign up with your Google email, like you just click a button and you're signed up. It is such a game changer, and it gets me so excited to share this stuff with other real estate agents. Because if you just hook up 3, 4, 5 of these tools in your business, I mean, you're going to save yourself so many hours every single week, not to mention headache and stress and lost opportunities with your leads, lost opportunities with your clients, better client experience and satisfaction. I mean, it's just a game changer. So anyways, going back into the tool. So it created the entire task list here, showing all the different, check marks that we have to check off here. Those all look fine to me. Just like everything else, you can edit them or delete them if you want to. So this is what I was talking about before, especially on the task list part of it. Let's say that you have a specific step that's unique to your team or your process, like you need to update your admin person, or you need to send this to your personal assistant or whatever it might be, then you can add in that step here so that it is included in your entire task list. But let's just say that all those look good. We're going to click Open Transaction File. The AI creates this whole task list based off of what's in your contract. So if you have a different task list, like you have an actual document, maybe as part of your training or your onboarding, or that you give out to your team, whatever. Some teams have, an actual task list to follow when their teammates upload a new transaction. You can upload that list to the AI, and it will sort of replicate that list and relate it to the transaction that you just uploaded. But let's just say that you're happy with all this. You just click Open Transaction File down here, and then it's going to ask you something which is super, super key. This is what I love. It says, remember tasks. Do you want to remember these tasks for similar transactions? What that means is the AI is paying attention to these tasks. So if you're adding in new tasks that are specific to your company or your processes, or you're adding in a task list, it is going to remember that for new tasks moving forward. That is huge, because what that means is the AI is actually acting like an employee of yours that's going to remember, oh, you like to do these specific things every time that a new transaction gets uploaded. I'll remember that for next time, so that when you or one of your team members uploads a transaction, I'm going to include those things in the task list. That's a really, really big differentiator that ListedKit has over a lot of AI tools that I see, which is that a lot of AI tools are great tools and perform a function for you, but they're not necessarily an asset inside of your business, meaning that it like attaches to your business and really molds itself to it. Whereas with ListedKit, it is molding itself around your business and your processes, and you can edit it and train it, and it will learn from whatever you're editing, so that every time moving forward, it's going to replicate that. So I'm just going to click yes, remember, even though I didn't actually edit anything. And then it's just going to load up here. And then once it loads, it basically brings you to this screen where you can see your task list. So just like check boxes. But at the top here, you're gonna notice a few different tabs. So you have your tasks, which is your checklist of all the different things that you have to accomplish. Then you have your timeline. This shows all the different important dates of that transaction. Then you have your details, just a summary of the different points of your transaction. You have documents. So these are the different documents that pertain to the transaction, and you can upload directly inside of ListedKit, which I'm gonna show you in just one sec. Then you have notes. So you can add in notes, maybe for the rest of your team to look at, or just reminders for yourself. And then history as well. So as you're going along through this transaction, then you have the history being logged by Ava, the AI. Now on the right-hand side here, you're gonna see basically a little chat area, almost like ChatGPT, where you can talk back and forth with Ava. So I can ask questions about the transactions, and it has some even preset buttons, task summary, prepare next email, list my missing documents, things like that. But before we do that, we're gonna do something super, super cool. So let's go on the left-hand side here. We're just gonna go into our profile settings. So click on your name and click settings. And then up here, we're gonna go integrations. And this is where you're gonna connect your Google Calendar and your Gmail. I've already connected mine, obviously, but you're gonna connect those two, because then you can actually have Ava, their AI, do some really, really powerful stuff, like send emails on your behalf and add events to your calendar, delete events, things like that. Now, their team has also told me that they're gonna continue adding more and more integrations. So I imagine they're gonna be connecting like the big real estate CRMs, probably Outlook email, Outlook calendar, things like that. So this is just gonna get more and more powerful. But already, I mean, the majority of real estate agents that I talk to, they use Google anyways. So if you are using Google, you can connect your email and your calendar here. And of course, you have all your other details up top if you need to edit, like your settings, your name, your user information, stuff like that. So now let's just say that I'm talking to Ava and I just say, can you put a reminder in my calendar for tomorrow to call this client and check up on them? We'll just put something super generic, but just so you can see. So it just asks me if there's a specific time that I want that to start. I'll just say 10 a.m. And then it's gonna say thinking. And there we go, it says it created the event. So let's just go to my calendar and see if it is there. And there it is, for 10 a.m. it says call Bonnie James, client check-in. Sweet, so it added that to my calendar for me. So the next thing I'm gonna do is I wanna upload a purchase contract. So let's just say that we had this property listed, we got an offer, we accepted the offer, we want to add that in. Now, when it showed me the list of documents that pertain to this transaction, I kind of skimmed through it for the video. So I didn't see that it didn't include a purchase agreement or like an offer. So I'm just going to add that in. So in the documents section, we're going to click the plus button. And I'm just going to say it's a purchase agreement. You can call it whatever it's called in your area. There's no due date or deadline. It'll just be the signed offer of the listing. And then we're going to upload that. We can add reminders if we want. I'm not going to, because I want to see what it does on its own. So let's save that. And then on the right side, you can see Ava is now reading the document that we just uploaded to figure out what it is. So it's analyzing the results. It's a fully executed residential purchase contract. It has the buyer and the seller name, the type, the property, the purchase price, the completion date, deposit date, unattached goods that are included, other terms, conditions. It has, I mean, everything. Like it literally analyzed everything and figured out what is important, what is maybe missing. So example, missing information, condition removal. So in my area, probably the same as yours, we have another document that is for removing the conditions that you have in the contract. So we would have to upload that, but it can see already that that is a potential risk, that those conditions need to be removed. And then it created two actions for me. So what it did is it's saying, hey, these two things that were on your checklist, we can actually check those off right now, and then you can approve or reject that. So the negotiate terms and counter offers task, it's going to mark it as complete, so I can approve that. Sounds good. Review and present offers to the seller. I can mark that as complete. And then we're good to go there. So this is pretty insane. So I went to my dashboard and it shows that there's no tasks, there's no deadlines here. The reason for that is because when I was picking what document I'm going to use for this example, I just picked a really old listing of mine, changed a few details, and then just ran with that. But the dates in that contract were from 2023 because it is just an old random contract that I found in my documents. So all of the deadlines and dates showed 2023, which is why they don't show up here, because they're, long overdue. They're long past. So I went to Ava and I said, these tasks are all for 2023 because that is what my contract says, but can we make them for 2025 so that they show up on my dashboard? And look at this. It says, let's update your tasks so they appear where you expect. I'll adjust all tasks currently set for 2023, moving their dates to the same month and day in 2025. This way they'll show up on your dashboard and keep you organized for this active year. I mean, that is crazy. The fact that the Ava AI has that much control and intelligence to know what I'm saying to it first off, and to be able to understand, oh yeah, those dates are all in 2023, but I'll move them to 2025 for the same day for you. That is insane that the AI can do that and have control over it. So now it's asking me if it's okay to do that task. I'm going to click approve. And then just like that, look at on the tasks here, they all change to 2025. Now the month and day is still previous to the current month that I'm in. So I'm going to ask it to change the month. I'm going to say, can you change all of the months to be the same day, but in September of 2025. Now, obviously this is just because of the particular scenario of, the documents I uploaded. You would never actually need the AI to do this, but it does show you that it has the capability to change the date. So let's just say that, the date of your deposit changed and you want to just update that really quick. You can just say to Ava, update the deposit date to next week rather than today. And it will be able to do it for you. Like, this shows you that it does have control over all the little details, and it can go in and edit certain parts of the transaction or the task list or the timeline that it created for you. I'm so impressed by this, and it makes me so excited for real estate agents everywhere to be able to have access to a tool like this, especially when it comes onto your phone, which again, they are working on. They have confirmed with me it is a priority of theirs to get this mobile. But even, every realtor carries their laptop on them anyways. To be able to have something like this that manages your transactions and connects to your email and your calendar is such a game changer. So I approved the task and now it did its thing. And now if I go back to my dashboard, check this out. All of my tasks are now on my dashboard. And this is the part that I really, really love. Like, yes, you can go into your individual transactions and check things off and add documents and all that really important stuff. But just at a quick glance, to be able to have this dashboard and see your task list so that you know right away every single day or every morning what you need to be doing. And remember, you can have AI add these tasks to your calendar for you. So even if they don't have the mobile version of ListedKit right now, you can just have Ava add all this stuff to your calendar. So every morning you just check your calendar. It's such a game changer. It keeps you so on the ball because everything gets done when it needs to, rather than you having to remember things or you kind of putting things off. This is right in front of your face. And I don't know about you, but for me, just the act of having it in checklist form almost makes me accomplish those things quicker, because I love checking something off and seeing it cross out. Like, let's say I had this. If I check it off and I see it cross out and go off the list, it's satisfying to me. I love that. So it's just another small feature here that, adds to it. And then obviously, as you go along through all these transactions and you finish them up and whatever, you can see on the left-hand side your active listings, what is under contract, what's closed, any voided contracts, things like that. And it automatically keeps track of all your contacts from your documents. So if I go to my contacts, there's some in here that are just from past examples that I've uploaded, but you can see like this one that I just uploaded right now, the seller's name was Bonnie James. It extracted their info from that contract. So it took their name, their email, and their phone number and who they were, the seller, and it adds it all into my contacts for me. And then of course up top, you can just sort it. So if you want to see specifically buyers and sellers, you can do that. Specifically agents, you can do that. So it's just so cool. And this is just the beginning. You can see where this is going, right? Like this, I really think ListedKit is going to be a huge part of every major brokerage or every big realtor's business, because this is the quintessential AI managing your business for you. And they're just going to continue to add on new features, new AI models, new integrations, all this really, really cool stuff. So once again, if you want to try this out, it's ListedKit AI. There's a link below this video where you can check it out. Full disclosure, it is my affiliate link. So if you want to help, support the channel, support what I do, then use my link to sign up. You can buy 1 credit if you want to try the transaction out, or you can buy 10, or you can buy, 100. Whatever you think you need or you want to try. But yeah, I absolutely love this tool. I think it's a game changer for real estate agents. I will definitely be using it in my real estate business, and I hope you will in yours too. So as you can see, ListedKit AI is an insane tool, and I'm sure that you can already see the value in using this in your business. Not only does it act as like a hub for all of your transactions and documents and the timelines of all your transactions, but it also keeps you organized with your task lists and keeping all of your documents in one place for each transaction, and gives you this added superpower of having this AI personal assistant that you can talk to about your contracts and have, send emails for you and access your calendar. So once again, if you want to try this tool out, I have a link below in the description and in the pinned comment where you can try out ListedKit AI for yourself so that you can really see how much value you're going to get out of it for your business. And lastly, if learning about AI tools and AI systems and automations for your real estate business is something that interests you and you want to be able to stay on top of the AI wave to future-proof your business so that AI doesn't take your job, the link to my school community is listed below. There is a 7-day free trial. You can try it out completely free, no obligations. Just click the link below and you can sign up right away. Thank you so much for watching. If you're already subscribed, I really appreciate the support. My mission is to help as many real estate agents as I possibly can learn about AI and how to use it in their business. If you're not already subscribed, I really appreciate if you hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. It helps YouTube push my content out to more real estate agents like you. But other than that, guys, thank you so much, and we will see you in the next video.